detailed breakdown of everything I'm doing for this fusion. I know this is the video you wanted because you hit the like button and you told me your thoughts about this in the comments. I know you already did. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How are you doing today? I am doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. And I know that if you're not doing this fusion, you can use this information on the next fusion or whatever fusion you're doing in 2026. I'm hoping that we get a little bit of traction on this video so that this can be a helpful resource. And if that is the case, then welcome back. Future people, welcome back. I'm MtgJedi. I love to do helpful videos for Raid Shadow Legends, and sometimes we do other things as well. And I appreciate you guys being here. So, today, at the time of this recording, I need to buy some mystery shards from the mystery shard market. That's what I like to call it. That's one of the ways I keep up on mystery shards in the game. It helps me with my dailies, and then it also helps me with keeping up mystery shards. Yesterday, at the time of this recording, I said I was going to tell you what I was buying in the game. I'm in low spend mode, so for me, what that means is I try to stick to $100 or less per month. We don't always get that. It's not a strict goal. If there was, next week, if they had 2x primals, I need to buy some primal shards and make a video. Okay, I'm a content creator, blah, 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 this, and that. Shout out to my dude. That's his saying. All right, so what did I purchase? Every time a fusion comes out, they have a fusion shard pack that is super annoying and 14 days long. However, it is a good deal with the resources that they give you. So I tend to purchase that. The other thing that I typically purchase is the daily gem pack and the daily energy pack. And that's about it. Okay, it's not like we're buying a crazy amount of things in here. I buy a mini mix pack from time to time. Those are typically good value. They give you a lot of different resources, especially when there are primal shards in here or immortal soul stones, for example. There's a bunch of different good mini mix packs that I like. It just gives you a good balance. I like the clan boss keys, the brews, all of that stuff, the energy, all of that. This shard pack here, the Ultra Mix pack, is a pretty decent value. So if you need something, you can count on that. Your monthly shards, where is that? What happened to my monthly shard pack? Did I buy it already? It is possible I bought the monthly shard pack. If so, I would have used those shards previously. All right, now on to what you're really here for, which is the champion training part of this fusion. Okay, so far I have done the Fire Knight portion. I will be starting Classic Arena as well. Classic Arena is just go do fights in Arena. I mean, like, there's nothing really to it other than remembering to get the fragments in there. But if you're not doing this amount of Classic Arena, you are probably never going to get to finishing your Great Hall, which is very important. Using these tokens every day, that's the best way to progress in the game. All right, so then we do need to do some more on the gear hunters, but I'm going to do that in campaign. We do need to do some on the gear enhancement. I'll probably do that later in the video. We'll see. But for now, we're going to be taking part in the tavern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find all of the 3 stars. And I'm going to put both of these in here as well. And every 3-star that I have available on my account, I put 1 brew into. Some people like to do 2. I don't think that that is worth the points for me. So I'm not going to do that. But if you want to do that, that's up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the brew. And I'm going to filter force I'm going to include the vaults, and I'm going to apply. And then I don't know why there's not a select all button, but you have to click. He doesn't like select all. I don't know why. Why not? But anyway, I'm going to click through here and I'm going to put one brew into each of these. Okay, and you can see all of these uncommons, those are all ones that I leveled up for this event using the previous energy. What did I say? It was like 850 energy or something I've used in campaign so far. So that's 31 red brews, a little bit of silver, one brew into each of those, and that's going to give me a pile of points. Okay? It just is 558. Now I'm going to go to the next one with magic and apply. And I'm going to do the same thing with my blue potions. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put one on each of those. Apparently I don't have as many blue champions, okay? But that's okay. Then I'm going to go to spirit. I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I'm going to detail everything. I'm going to try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. But I also need you to see what it is I'm doing. You know what I mean? And then I don't think I have void champions, but it doesn't hurt to try. Oh, I do have a couple. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There it goes. Just for you and me. Then you can also do your epics if you would like. Now, on the epics, I do 3. I do 3 brews on the epics. That's what I do. And then I will go ahead and I will, well, it doesn't have to be epics, the 4 stars, you know, okay. We have 1, 2, 3 blue. You can select either one you want, the brews or the champions first. We'll put those on there. Let's do spirit. On the spirit, oh, looks like I have a few more on the spirit side. And you can see previous ones I've done all these other 18s for other fusions or champion training. And then, did I do voids? I did. Okay, perfect. You can also check 5s if you have set yourself up with 5 stars that are ready for that. I do not have any 5 stars because I haven't done anything yet, right? It would just be if I had saved them. Now, I will also say that if you are a person who has a lot of chickens sitting around, what you can do is start 6-starring your faction guardians or random legendaries and then leaving them there so that when it comes time for a fusion, you could just come in here and take, okay, well, probably I would want to do a spirit one. So let's say I would take this guy and I would put probably 11 brews is what I like to do. It's a lot of points for this. So I'll do 1 6-star, 240 points. All right, so that will show you exactly how powerful the tavern is. And that got us to the second milestone very easily. 3,255 points, almost all the way to the third one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the campaign. So I'm going to go to 12-3 Brutal. And I am going to, I think, I'm going to level up some more 3 stars. Oh, I can rank up some champions. Okay, let's do that first. Upgrade rank. I don't have any 2s ready to go, but I do have 3s ready to go. And you need to be careful because like this one, level 28, we don't want to be sacrificing level 28. We want to sacrifice all of the ones that we just did that went to level 10. Okay, so we're going to rank those up. Then you can go back in and level those up more if you want to. But like I have some chickens here. I'm not going to use the epics as champions. They're going to be chickens. But I would want to level up all of those before I do any of that. Okay. So one thing that you want to do is you want to unlock all of the champions that you're going to use as chickens. So for me, I need to make sure that I have all of these epics unlocked because it's not showing up that we can use those as chickens. We just put levels into all of them. And when you're doing your dailies in between fusions or just in general, and you want to have something to do, what you can do is prepare these, right? So you can prepare these uncommon 4 stars, or you can prepare your 30s so that you have champions ready to rank up when it comes time to do the fusion. Okay, let me gather my thoughts and we'll move on. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute and put some more brews into the ones that we just leveled up. I want to make sure that I get the most bang for my buck out of these champions. I don't want to sacrifice them without putting some levels into them because it just feels so wasteful, okay? Even like letting one go is just 51 points that I don't have to get from doing something else. Now that I have all of that, then I can go to my instant rank up for the 4 stars. And you just want to double check everything that you're sacrificing and make sure that you're okay with it. So all of these are epics that I'm going to get rid of. If you don't want to have to think about that, then level up rares or uncommons and use the epics as these like level 18 spots over here. I need to do that more so that it's obvious like who I need or not need. I need to check Negorio. I'm not sure if I have a +4 there. I think that I do, but I'm just going to do that and then check and then come right back. Okay, definitely have a +4 Negorio. All right, now I'm not going to put points into these 5 stars right now because in case you're not having all of these 40s already leveled up, I don't want those points to change where we're at, okay? I don't want them to like, I'm going to say, I don't want those points to be reflected in this process, I guess. Okay, so that alone got us to this first level. Perfect. Now, oftentimes I recommend completely maxing out the champion training. Number one, the more champions you have leveled up, the more content you're going to be able to do. Number two, like oftentimes champion training has the best rewards that are easily accessible. Champion training most of the time is just effort. You know, go into the tavern, spend your energy in campaign, all of those things. Now I can think about, well, okay, well, what do I need to do to continue here? I have more 30s than what I can level up right now. So I probably want to check maybe the 1 and 2 stars. If you need to, you can come in and level up 1s and turn them into 2s. I like to skip that. I like to skip that. But don't forget, if you're summoning to the vault, you may have a bunch of champions in here. Looks like I have a tons of commons that went to the reserve vault. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my 4 stars. I do have a bunch of 40s right now. So it seems like the best bet for me is probably coming down here and starting and doing all of the 1s and bringing 1s into 2s. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. Now, it is not really efficient to do the 1s in brutal because here's what happens when you do the super raids in brutal for the commons. You come in here, you do your level, and then it levels them up 2/3 of the way. Okay? They're going to go and they're going to level up 2/3 of the way to maximum. See, they just have this little bit remaining. So if you run 2 fights on here, it is really inefficient. That's why I don't like to do the commons in champion training if I can avoid it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up RSL Helper, but what you can do is just do this manually. Like go watch some sweet anime. What am I watching right now actually? I don't know. I've been starting like random isekais. I do not like pronouncing that word. Sorry, I don't say it correctly. You can come down to hard stage 3, one run, and then run that. And instead of spending 16 energy, you're spending 6 energy. So what I will do is I will run the commons on one run, one, what is it called? One super rated run on brutal 12-3, and then one normal run on hard 12-3. And that is the most energy efficient way to do it that I know of. If you have other ways, please do tell, and we'll have a nice little discussion in the comments. If there's anything particularly good that stands out to me, I will pin it. But for now, I like to do matching. Okay, I like to keep them all matching because that makes me happy. So I'm gonna reload, do RSL helper, and I'm gonna try to show you the results of that. Okay, so now I have the RSL set up. I don't know why it's not letting me auto select the rares. Um, let's see. We should be. I accidentally did a run with the previously leveled up ones. It's fine. Now we should be auto-filling in all of the commons. They should be doing one run in Brutal. And then we should be switching them out. And like I said, you can do this, on your phone or on your computer. It's just the clicks. And if you do it with RSL Helper, then it'll sell the gear for you as well. So that's nice. And then we'll switch that out and keep going. I selected 99 commons to level up, so you can do the same thing. Summon 100 mystery shards. Actually, you'd probably need 150 mystery shards or so in order to get 100 commons. But that's what I'm doing is 100 commons. Okay, perfect. So that took about half of our energy that we had there. So like 7 or 800. And we were at like 1300. So 700, then 600. 634, right? Okay, so now then we're going to run those other levels. We're going to run hard. Let's just say we're going to run hard like the plan was, and we're going to take off super raids, and we're going to run all of those through there again. Just took a couple minutes, and pretty quick and easy. Okay, my 100 commons are leveled up to level 10. Let's go check on the points before we do any ranking up. We are at the next tier here, which is perfect. 5646, and we only need to get up to 6800. So let me go ahead and pull some mystery shards, probably about 150 more. That would be 300 total approximately. All right, 100 commons. Took me a little bit more than 150. I think it was 160, but I may have some extras as well. And then there's 475 points there. And that is not quite enough to get us to the next level. So what we'll do is spend some of our remaining energy. I think I had 1300, and we will take that up and level those up as well. Now for this, I can just run this in my normal campaign setup. I don't really need to use RSL Helper for this. I certainly can. But I'm fine using some of my multi-battles here so that I can just go based on what I have available, right? I can choose the ones that I want leveled up. I can be a little bit picky with that. And, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but I'm going to choose all the ones that match just for my own personal. But be careful when you're doing this because if you choose all red champions, you're going to use red brews, right? So I'll go ahead and level up that in the rest of my energy there. And that should hopefully get us to the next level between the levels, the ranks, all of that process. Right. There's my energy used very efficiently. That was perfect, actually. And then we'll go ahead and rank those up. Got all of our twos from before, all of those commons that we did. Some of those commons that are leveled up. And then hopefully that is enough to get us there. Looks like it. Okay. And that's going to get us the fragments that we need. Okay. So that was 6,520 points. 1,300 energy, some brews, all of that stuff detailed for you. Not going to end up doing the gear enhancement in this video because we're already getting a little bit long. But basically what I'm going to do for the gear enhancement is spend some silver and level some things up to 8. You know, I'm going to try to just go like this, hit some speed rolls, level some things up, sell some gear, and then go from there. I will try to keep track of how much silver I spent, though. I'm not going to be leveling up any 1 to 5 star gear on my account for this. This one? No. So I'm going to sell all of that. Depends on where you're at in the game. If you would be doing that, I will be selling most of that, okay? And then leveling up only things that could, like, really help progress my account. So, anyway, that'll do it for me here today. If you appreciate this, consider hitting the like button and helping the video grow with a little bit of comments. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck on your fusions.